All right, Shalom. It's your brother Dan Allah, and I'm back with a breakdown through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And it's going to be a quick lesson. So before we get into that, of course, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakadash, and also salutations to the brothers and sisters that magnify His truth from the four corners of the earth as of today, which they have given their body as a living sacrifice. And we can't forget to give double honors over to the elders at Great Millstone for teaching this word in sincerity and truth. All right. And I just wanted to touch on a basic lesson real quick. All right. Which I'm going to name it. Sorrow is better than laughter. All right. And one thing that I want brothers and sisters to understand is, all right, those sincere brothers, they're going to go through sorrow in this truth. All right. You're going to go through mourning. All right. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. All right. But you're supposed to, because it's going to make us better. All right. And to just cry out to the Lord, man, and be patient, you know. All right. So let's start here in the book of let's start here in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 3. Just had a brain fart. Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the madness of the contents, the heart is made better. You see that? So sorrow is better than laughter. All right. So you should be experiencing sorrow. All right. You shouldn't be in a state of mirth. You should be sorrowing. You should be going through trials and tribulations. All right. It says, for the sadness of the continents, the heart is made better. So by you experiencing these trials and tribulations is making your mind better. All right. And what's the wise saying in the world? Experience is the best teacher. All right. So let's read on. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. You see that? So the wise men in this truth, they're mourning, man. They're catching hell. You shouldn't be able to walk through this thing, all right, easy. Because, like I always say, that's a good sign the Lord isn't dealing with you. Let's read on. It says, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You see that? So the house of fools is in the house of mirth. All right. So if you celebrating, you laughter, you know, you enjoying this world. All right. You're in the house of mirth, right? Prospering. And, you know, everything is about gain in America. Hey, you're a fool. You have the heart of a fool, man. All right. But those wise men, they're mourning. Why? Because they understand the scriptures. They understand what we're going through. All right. And they're being patient because they want to get the hell out of here, man. And it's grievous to their heart and mind and soul to go through what we got to go through because they know there's a greater gift on the other side. Right. So let's jump back to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief. You see that? For in much wisdom is much grief. Okay? Because through grief, all right, through sorrow, you gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because the experience is everything. And that's why the Most High put us through these experiences to see if we're going to be able to continue in this walk. And to those that fell off, all right, they wasn't wise enough to increase in the knowledge and to continue on. It says, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Right. So the wiser you get in this truth, the more sorrow is going to come upon you because it's like leveling up. Every time you get past a certain stage of sorrow, a new stage of sorrow comes. And through all of these different stages and levels, what's happening is you're gaining knowledge from the experience. So this is Romans chapter 1, verse Romans chapter 5, verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahweh through our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, being justified through faith, not the commandments. Although we keep the commandments to keep us in good standing, we're going to be justified by faith. Right? Let's read on. By whom also we have access by faith into this grace. And that's why we're able to go through these trials and tribulations. And sometimes we fall short to sin. But through the faith, we have grace. It says, wherein we stand. See, we all stand in this grace. It says, and rejoice in hope of the glory of Yahweh. But we continue to hope in the glory of Yahweh, although we're experiencing the things that we do. It says, and not only so, but we glory in the tribulations also. You see that? So we still give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We wake up and do that. First thing in the morning, what you want to do is throw up that prayer 3 times a day if you can. Even if you catch a hell, you say, the water, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because guess what? It ain't doing nothing but making your sword sharper, man. All right? It says, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. You see that? The tribulation worketh patience. All these tribulations is doing nothing but making us more patient, more experienced, more, it's putting us on another level. Let's continue on. And patience, experience, there go that word that I keep throwing out there. Through patience in these trials and tribulations, we're gaining experience. And let's read on. And experience hope. And what is hope? That word is synonymous with the word faith. So through patience, experience, and trials and tribulations, guess what? You're gaining faith by holding on to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's just like what Job went through. All right? And hope maketh not ashamed. You see that? So through your faith, you're not ashamed. Because you understand that you're going to fall short. But you're trying and you haven't given up. So it maketh not ashamed because you know your heart is with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because the love of Yahweh is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 10. As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, as poor, yet making many rich, because we're rich in the heart. Although we're poor and we're going through all these stages of tribulation, we're rich in the heart. We're rich, all right, already, because guess what? We're promised the most richest thing that's going to be, and that's the kingdom, all right? It says, as having nothing and yet possessing all things. You see, we have nothing now, but guess what? The Lord promised that we will possess all things, all right? So what do? We should go and cry to the Lord because he know what we're going through. He know what you hope, what you pray for, what's your desires in this place, and he know your patience. Psalms chapter 38, verse 9. Yahweh, all my desire is before thee, and my groaning is not hid from thee. You see that? So the Lord knows that you want to do better. The Lord knows that you catch a hell, and you may be praying for something that that you desire in your life, or you may be going through health issues, or you may be catching hell from your woman, or you may desire a house or desire a car. You may desire a better lifestyle. The Lord knows all of these things, all right? But still cry upon him to it. Go to him for it, all right? Because it says your groaning is not hid from me. Like King David groaned to the Lord. Yahweh Shai groaned to the Lord before he was crucified. It's not hid from him, man. So who are we? We're no greater than those men. We're not as great as those men, and they groan to the Lord. Right? It says, this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous cry. You see that? The righteous cry. Did not Job cry to the Lord when he caught hell? It says, and the Lord heareth and delivereth them out of all of their troubles. So that's what the Lord wants us to do. That's the antidote to overcoming these troubles. And I know it, man, because I've experienced these things. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart. You see that? He's there for those men and women. It says, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He speaketh all, Salakia, he keepeth all of his bones. Not one of them are broken. You see that? The Lord delivereth out of all, he delivereth his saints out of all of their afflictions, and not a bone on his body is broken. All right, Matthew chapter 5, verse 4. Blessed are they that mourn. So when you mourn to the Lord, that's a sign that you're blessed, because that's showing that you believe. It says, for they should be comforted, and the Lord is going to comfort them always. That's a promise. Revelations 21:3. And I'll wrap it up with this. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men. You see that? And holy men at that. And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. It says, and Yahweh shall wipe away all of their tears from their eyes. You see that? So when you groan and you cry to the Lord's going to wipe away your tears. He's got a greater reward on the other side. It says, and there shall be no more death, no more sorrow. So all of this pain we going through, all of this stuff we catching right now, the Most High is going to make it better, man. All we got to do is buckle our seatbelts, get ready to go for this ride, and endure to the end. It says, there shall be no more death, no more sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So hold on, Akim. Stay strong in this walk. All right? Do what you got to do to please Yahweh Shibni Awashai. Understand that we're going to fall short. Understand that unexpected things are going to occur in our life to try to throw us off track. But at the end of the day, remember that we are God's people, man. We are Yahweh's people. And Yahweh's going to comfort those that he loves. More unto the Lord, cry out to him, because he knows. With that, I'm going to say shalom.